So I've had a lot of people asking me as of late about Dan Moy. There's a lot of interest in him. A lot of people's first harp is the Dan Moy. So I just decided, let's go ahead and make a short video about the pros and the cons of a Dan Moy. Now, the first pro of a Dan Moy would be the cost. Dan Moy are not an expensive instrument. A lot of the times you can get Dan Moy on the internet anywhere from $9 to $11 to $15 shipped. They're a really low investment in a first harp. The second pro I would say about the Dan Moy is they come with a case. A lot of harps, a lot of your regular jaw harps don't come with a case. It comes with a case. The case is actually a part of the Dan Moy, so they're nice for putting in your pocket. Now, the cases on Dan Moy are not super durable. I believe that may be bamboo. So if you put this in your back pocket and sit on a hard seat, you're probably going to crack this. So the cases aren't durable, but it does come with a decent case that you can carry around in your front pocket or in a purse or in a bag or whatever. You can carry it. One of the other pros about, and this is the biggest pro other than cost about the Dan Moy, is you get quite a bit of sensitivity, quite a bit of volume. If we look at this brass, the gaps are super, super tight, and it's played up against the lips. So in a low-cost instrument, you've got quite a bit of volume, quite a bit of sensitivity to work with. And another pro, I would say, is that it's lip played. I've gotten a lot of questions from people about what are harp models that they can play if they don't have teeth or if they have major dental issues. Even if you don't have a tooth in your mouth, you can play a Dan Moy because it is played up against the lips. There I'm doing open-close style harp play. You can also get percussives, breath out of them. So most of the techniques you can get out of the jaw harp, you can get on a Dan Moy. Percussives, I feel, are a little bit easier because your teeth don't have to be anchored in a certain place. So your lips are just pressed up against. So the percussives and the beatboxing seems to be a little bit easier on a Dan Moy. And people can learn how to play a Dan Moy very quickly because it doesn't require a bunch of precision. It doesn't require holding something metal up against your teeth. Easy to play. Now, what are the cons? The biggest con I would say about Dan Moy is I've gotten this comment several times in the past couple weeks. Somebody saying that they bought a Dan Moy, played it for an hour or two, and now their Dan Moy doesn't work. It's probably making a sound similar to that. Now, the biggest con to a Dan Moy is you can't hammer on it. You can't play a Dan Moy aggressively. You can't aggressively pluck a Dan Moy because it is just a piece of brass that's been cut out. It's not like a jaw harp where it has a nice spring steel tempered reed that's very, very durable. So I wouldn't recommend, if you're going to get a Dan Moy, I wouldn't recommend playing it aggressively. You can't pluck it as hard and as fast as you want. You will deform the entire harp and it will do that. It will be ringing. Now, the other major con about Dan Moy is they're very easy to play. You could probably hand this to a little kid and they're able to pick up on it fairly quickly, but you may not want to do this. Dan Moy are something that you may not want to give someone who can't have something sharp in their mouth. Like if you give this to a little kid to play, if you look at this, that is a very sharp and pointy piece of brass. Now, in cleaning Dan Moy before, when you clean a Dan Moy, I just wipe it in one direction. I used to wipe in both directions. One time, I took a reed and it actually went into my finger, probably a 1/4 inch. It wasn't very pleasant. So Dan Moy, the other major con is they may not be safe for children who are very young. So those are just a few of my takes on the pros and the cons. You got a low-cost instrument that you can get a lot out of, but durability may not be high on them and also not safe for children, or at least young children. Anyways, that's my take on the Dan Moy. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. I love y'all. Keep your harps clean, keep them dry, keep them oiled. Harp out.